Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour and welcome to a brand new interview. So the only person I've interviewed on this channel before was Boyka. You remember when we did I think a 90-minute interview and we did a quiz and we did a quick fire round, all that kind of stuff. Well, now we have some news. We've got the legendary Fargo, or Easy Fargo, has now been promoted to a Zero Hour expert on the website that is Game Replay. So that's the website where most of the tournaments and stuff are organized. On the forums, you get a little Zero Hour expert badge next to your name, and it's kind of a little bit of a prestige. People see it as they look up to you as one of the best Zero Hour players. So as ever, I've got a load of questions. They are a bit jumbled up. I have rushed it a little bit, but I was preparing an interview with Size, but he keeps dodging my interview. He seems to never be free for an interview, but I've kind of modified that, so it might be a little bit jumbled up and stuff, but I'm pretty sure we can make do as we go. So right, I'm going to phone Fargo right now. Fargo.
Hello.
Yo, man.
Yo, what's up, man?
Is this the first time I spoke to you? I think it is.
I think so, yeah. But for me, it doesn't seem so, because I'm used to it.
Yeah, I think I've only ever heard you talk once, but yeah, you probably hear me talk all the time, so you probably feel like
for sure, yeah.
Anyway, welcome to the interview. I've just started the video. I've done a little introduction to tell people you're now a Zero Hour expert and all that money you paid me to make sure it got over the line.
Okay, that's good, but don't tell anyone, man. Come on.
And then I've actually got a replay of yours up. I was looking for a long replay that I could kind of watch, that people could watch whilst the interview is going, but I don't actually know if you win in it. You played against Size, and maybe if you want, I can do a screen share so you can kind of watch this replay at the same time if you want.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Let's see if it'll work. Yeah. Right, I've shared my screen. Tell me if you can see that.
Yeah, it's good.
It was game number 5 from a tournament. I don't know if it's the World Series or something, but it goes quite long. Size is stealth.
Okay.
And you are tank. It's like 200 kilobytes long, so I thought that'll probably cover this interview.
Okay, cool.
Do you remember this game?
Not yet, I think. Not yet.
All right, cool. I'm going to press play on that, and then I've got a load of questions for you as well. 296 questions.
Nice.
And then actually at the end of it, I don't know if you saw the Boyka interview when he got promoted to an expert. There was a little quiz.
I've seen the interview, but I can't remember the quiz. But maybe I've seen it. It's been a long time.
Well, out of 2,000 points, he got 1,100 points. So you'll be up against him. He's the only person that did the quiz, but I've changed all the questions. They're equally as hard or as easy, but you'll be up against Boyka, and I know you like to fight against
challenges.
Boyka.
Yeah. I should ask him, does he want like $50 bet?
That's actually one of my questions later.
Oh, wow.
All right, question number 1 then. Is basically, tell us about you. I mean, you can share as much or as little information as you want. Obviously, this is going to go on the internet. People are going to see it on Game Replay. So if you want to share like your name, your age, where you live, or your background, share as little or as much as you want.
Yeah, I think just most people, I'm going to share what most people know. So I think I'm 31 and I'm from Lithuania. And my name is Vaidas. And I live in London, and I've been living for a while now. So yeah, that's pretty much.
Okay, and you're in UK. I didn't know you were going to say London. I had a feeling you were going to say like Manchester or something.
Okay, yeah, London, yeah.
So you're not actually far away from me in Xcal, I think, like an hour away.
Yeah, okay. I know Xcal told me somewhere around there, but yeah, I didn't know you are close as well.
Yeah, I'm just like an hour north on the motorway.
Okay.
Cool, small world. Well, the second question, I had to rejig this because I just wanted to ask this like straight away.
Yeah.
Which is, your signature move is to type easy after every single game that you win.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you lose, and I wanted to know, like, is that because it's genuinely easy, or is it kind of a mind game, or is it just a for fun thing?
Yeah, I think pretty much it's for fun, but it's not really for fun. It's more like to tease your opponent, so he get pissed. So yeah, I don't remember when it happened. It must have been against Boyka, I think. So yeah, always doing against him. And when I started, I'm like, first maybe I didn't. You're right. I think I done it for fun. And when I realized, it must be so annoying. So I started doing more often. So I think for poor Boyka, he experienced this the most.
I do agree. I think it is annoying. I think I've learned to deal with it because you say it pretty much every time. But the first few times you said it to me, I was like, actually, yeah, I'm kind of pissed, and it probably made me didn't play as well in the next few games. So I think it works.
Yeah.
All right. Next question: how long have you been playing Zero Hour, and would you say you are addicted?
Yeah, so I'm playing, I would have to count. So I think it was from 2007 to 2011, let's say, but that's like max. So I'm generous here. So 4 years, and then I think 3 years now as well. So from 2000 maybe 11, no, 17. So yeah, so it's about 7 years. Plus I played like 2000 maybe five single player mode as well, but it was just single player for a couple of months. So but you can say around 7 years. And yeah, to be honest, I guess now I'm still addicted. Yeah, that's danger.
Yeah, I agree, very addictive. When you took a break, because I think there's a few people that took a break, like I took a break, Xcal took a massive break, I think Size is one of the people that stayed playing the game. But when you took a break, did you go playing StarCraft 2? Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, it was funny. I don't know. I was kind of enjoying Zero Hour, but not that much. There was, I think, no tournaments, not something like which makes you more interested to play. Even I think Clan Wars stopped being sponsored by. At least before it was like just sponsored by EA Games, like for like you get 1 year game if you win, which is like a really funny price compared to now, and people would spam. So there was really nothing. And then but I don't think I retired because of that. I think it's just because I found out about the StarCraft beta, and just I know I was not expecting to play, but once I tried, like I don't know, it was so nice. So I said, okay, so it's time to leave Zero Hour, because I really enjoyed it a lot.
Okay. Did you played it competitively? Yeah, because I think I've seen a Wikipedia page or something where you won some tournaments or something, or did pretty well in them at least.
I mean, I won small tournaments, so it's not major ones. I participated in few major ones, so yeah, some other ones got twice second place and some other results. Yeah.
Cool. Any good prize money?
Yeah, it was I think £800 both times.
Oh, nice.
For second place. So yeah, but it was once like I was 3-0 down, because it's so funny. Like in the finals, because I came from loser brackets, even though I never played that guy, they make this kind of funny rule. You start 0-2, which is unbelievable. Imagine in 0 hour we do that, and it's only best of 7, so it's really hard to come back. And then, of course, I lost another, like it's 3-0. I'm like, okay, I'm done. But like, I will say, okay, let me try. And then it's 3-3, and then we're doing last game for like 30 minutes, and yeah. It did not work out at the end, sadly.
Yeah, I never.
And it was like 2K, so it's like almost like 60%, 70% more price.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, I never heard of that. Where you start 2-0 down. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, that's UK rules. In other games, usually sometimes it's 1-0. You start up, or 0-0. But in UK, we say I think, okay, let's do 2-0. We always want to be different, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. To anyone that's watching this that wants to become an expert themselves or wants to get better in the game, do you have any tips for taking down some of the best players? Because I know there's a lot of people in the forums that say, "Oh, Fargo's not an expert" or whatever. But I've seen you've beat a top players a lot of the time in challenges. So, like for example, there's very few people who've taken down Size multiple times in challenges, and you've done that. So what's like kind of tips to win in those kind of challenges, or to kind of improve? Any tips you could give?
Yeah, well, I think it's a long way to go there. But at the beginning, of course, I think you would have to watch lots of replays. I remember I found out about this game, those like replays from game replays, and yeah, I just kept watching Dakel play more and more, like so much. And then what I remember, I was kind of trying to copying it, and it seemed like at the beginning it seemed like it's impossible. Like he's so quick, micro is so good and everything, but I guess you just keep playing, and yeah, but yeah, in long run to beat people like Size, it took me a long time as well. So it's unbelievable. It feels like size got much stronger compared when I left 0 hour. So I guess it makes sense because he kept playing, but like I was surprised because I remember against size was Clan Wars and everything was decent, but then I came back and still I wasn't managed to win against size for a while, like best of 13 or something. So you can see it still took me maybe I think 2 years again to beat him. So it's long way. But I think the time and watching replays as well.
Yeah.
And practicing,
cool.
yeah.
Good tips. Who do you think is number 1 in 0 hour right now?
Wow, I will have to say xCal actually, which is surprisingly because I still cannot believe, I cannot wrap my mind like xCal is so slow. How can he be the best player now? I just don't get it, like really. And I better don't watch him stream because what I mean, like when I watch him streaming and when I'm thinking it's gonna be such an easy bash. It's good maybe for your mentality because you think it's gonna be easy, but somehow he still pulls it off. I think maybe with 0 hour it doesn't really, but you don't need to be that quick. So, but yeah, xCal is doing amazing.
Yeah. Do you think he, like you say about the speed, he might be a little bit slower than other players, but do you think it's the strategy and the decisions that he's making is just a lot smarter and stuff than most players?
I think it must be. I think strategy, I can see that some strategies which he's using is really different than we used to. I played like last almost 3 years, and xCal coming with some really nice strategies, and Boyka copying it, so I can really see it's working.
Boyka copying it, that sounds familiar.
Oh man, Boyka is copying everything. Boyka, when you watch Boyka, you think, who is playing? Fargo, xCal, Size, Google, everything is a little bit, he have everything in there, it's so fun.
I love how when he loses a game, he'll go offline for like 5 minutes, watch the replay, and then when you play him next,
that's the most
exactly
funny
the same.
thing. I think now you have to think like, okay, if he's out, you have to remember what you did, and then you're like, how are you gonna counter that? But I remember someone told in this topic, which I really wanted to say a long time, but you should not be allowed to watch replays. But it is what it is. But I think we should make a rule, to be honest.
Is that allowed in StarCraft tournaments? Like if you want to check the replay?
No, you can't. No.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I never really thought about that, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not. You get straight away. You get, I don't know, 1 game down, or it could be even worse. So yeah, can't.
So you said xCal's number 1. Who are the next 4 best players? You don't have to say them in order though. Here, like to say a top 5, I think is quite hard to get them all in order. But who do you think is like roughly in the top 5? Maybe give me 5 or 6 or just 4, whatever you want.
Yeah, I almost forgot Size, because, but I guess I just said xCal because Size won last couple challenges against Size as well. So yeah, but Size is definitely there. So I would say number 2, and then for number 3, 4, and everyone, I would say Boyka, Logica, Google. Hopefully me somewhere around. Yeah, but not doing well kind of recently. But yeah.
This is something that I personally thought. I think it's only me that said it, but sometimes you seem super strong. Like you'll go in and beat Logica 7-1 or whatever. You beat him once, and then once you beat Size, like I can't remember, like an amazing score, or like a few times you beat Size. But then other days, like I don't know. Did you play Scuba today? Because he posted a 6-0.
Yeah, I did. But yeah, that's what I feel. I feel like I'm not very similar. I had this problem in StarCraft, I believe. And sometimes I can play really well, but sometimes I just play so average. And of course, as everyone would, I can make so many excuses. But it just still, at the end of the day, it's an excuse. But like just one, like I really play often after my night shift. So I know I should not do it even today. That's what happened as well. But I'm doing it, so it's no excuse, to be honest. But I still have to say it. But
yeah. I often think that like viewers and people watching, or people that don't take part at a high level, they all think, oh yeah, if you played excellent this day, you should play excellent the next day. But there's so many factors. There could be like stress at work, could be lack of sleep, maybe you didn't eat that healthy that week. There's so many variables that I think that can affect it.
Agree. Yeah, really, 100%.
Okay, next question. Who was your idol in 0 hour? Do you have any idols that you like look up to and like want to play more like that player? Maybe like xCal's strategy or Size's style, or
I mean, it must be Dackle because just because it happened a long time ago, and once same like in the childhood, once you like something, let's say the food, the movie, you will always like it. So it's always I will remember him, and that's where I learned the most, I think. So it's him, even though the strategy was kind of basic, but it's just that's what I remember the most. To be honest, I don't remember watching many other players.
Yeah, Dackle. For anyone who doesn't know Dackle, because a lot of people are new. Dackle played like many years ago, and I think he was even an expert in multiple other Command & Conquers as well, like CNC3 and Kane's Wrath, won loads of tournaments. But yeah, known for his micro being amazing.
Yeah, indeed.
That actually probably leads me on nicely to my next question. Then I said, if any retired experts came back, do you think which of them would have the highest potential, or do you think they could be number one if they came back? So it might be Dackle or Blind or one of the other ones that maybe I don't even know.
Well, it's funny, like really, when I listened to this interview, it was Xcal and Dackle, and when I asked kind of similar question or exactly the same, and we said, Xcal, we being professionals, and we said, yeah, maybe, it might be hard and stuff, but I thought there's no way. Maybe if we play, I know Zero Hour is kind of simple game, but still, I did not expect that Xcal is gonna reach the level he was, and so quick as well. Of course, he spammed a lot, but still. So, to be honest, everyone have a chance now. After I know you have to change your mind. People doesn't like to change their minds, but I completely changed my mind, like really. So I think everyone have a chance. Once we was good at, just we have to put lots of time, same like Xcal did. So I think everyone, whoever was on top, like Daskal, so it means like he can be the best again, like by far, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Next question is about like what equipment do you use? Like, do you have a decent mouse, keyboard, and do you think that even makes a difference to your level of play?
I mean, I think not too much. Mostly, what makes the difference is to get used to it. So even if it's not too good, because what is not too good is still end of the day it's a mouse. So it just takes time to get used to it. You can like get used to your really bad mouse, but when you get this new mouse, now people buying like expensive ones, $50, $100 pounds. So and then like you'll play so bad a couple of days. I think everyone experienced that. So don't worry too much about this. But anyways, if you like mouse, get Razer. It's a really good one.
Which one? Razer Death Adder, I think, is one.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I think most people have it. It's really good, and it lasts. Like Steel Series, it's nice, but it's just so much plastic, and it doesn't last that long as well.
What about like a mechanical keyboard? Do you think that's needed in Zero? Do you have one?
No, you don't need that. And to be honest, I'm not sure if Maya is mechanic. I think it's kind of in midway, and I don't know. I don't even like mechanic because it's so loud. It's for me, it's a bit annoying. But especially if someone is inside a home, you can hear you keep typing and keep. Yeah, so that's another thing I don't like it. So I don't. No, you don't need that one now.
Okay, cool. Next question is about hotkeys. Do you use the standard hotkeys in Zero? Do you edit them? Like, I know like Logica edits a load of them. I edit just like one or two.
I think everyone should edit more. Because I mean the hotkeys are so far apart from each other. It makes no sense. So yeah, it's really good. And like I have like I think Lakers maybe have similar setup, but I changed everything to D and E and R, especially E and D. Like everything is there. Like make a dozer, make a chinook, make a with the supply to unload. Like R. I think it's now I forgot. Yeah, it's R to unload. Laser lock is R. Like everything is there with these two buttons. So it's tunnel is R. Not like Xcal. I see like he's old school going in the tunnel. When I see that, when people seeing that, I see people doing that, I'm like, what the hell? How can you lose against players like that? Like you waste like 2 seconds, and with people
you mean when he's manually clicking on it? Yeah. Like
wow. And I see like Scuba doing it, and and it's just waste of time. And it just replaced to the closest hotkey you have. Yeah, it's so easy and it's so good.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't expect you to say you changed everything. Actually, that's interesting. Did you do that yourself, or did you take like advice from Rage? Because I know Rage likes to do that.
No, I did it to myself. Yeah.
Oh, you did it yourself. Okay. Cool. I think I probably know this one, but what's your favorite game type? Is it 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, or something else?
Yeah, one-on-one by far, yeah.
1v1. What's your favorite army or matchup?
It must be. I always thought it's USA, but it seems like I'm doing I think the best when there's like GLA against USA, or no, sorry, USA against GLA or GLA against China. So it's just too many to pick. But I love USA mirrors as well. So it would be so hard to pick for me. But
Okay.
let's say USA mirror, I guess.
Whoa, USA
Just
mirror,
because people
okay.
don't like it. Just because people don't like it.
Yeah.
So you have even more advantage.
What's your worst matchup or the one that you least like playing? Have you got any of those, or is there a load you don't like?
Yeah, I have. I think GLA USA. Somehow I often struggle, but it seems like now I struggle more even GLA mirror, which is I really love. I love playing it. I just been losing against like Scuba. I lost 4 games. Of course, it's lag. I'm not used to that, but still, and I lost against Boyka. Challenge GLA mirror. It was best of 7. So yeah, GLA mirror is not working well. Yeah.
Okay. What about favorite map?
Yeah, tournament hasn't been favorite map for like like 8 years. So of course it's changed now, but I would have to say it's been tournament desert. But now kind of the dead or whatever.
Cool. The next question is about most balanced map. Do you think Tournament Desert's a balanced map, or do you think that something else is more balanced, maybe like Snowy Drought or something?
Yeah, Snowy Drought is an interesting map. It's really, I think, close to balance, but maybe this kind of the most balanced. So other similar maps which you can get third supply kind of protected. So China have really good chance to win. But yeah, Georgia as well. I think those 2 maps one of the best examples, because you really like with China, you can be so creative. You can get 3 supplies. And Georgia, I think even China is even better than GLA, so that's why I'm saying against USA against. Yeah, I mean it's complicated. I would say kind of like that.
Yeah. Okay. Next question is about those money challenges you play against Boyka, because like when I've asked Boyka before, like how much money are you betting, like he just says, "Oh, it's a secret." Are you? People want to know: are you actually betting money in those, or is it just for show?
Yeah, we're betting big money. I think I said to Boyka, don't say how much. We just say it's big amount of money, so people even more interested to ask and know and watch even more. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. The next question was about StarCraft 2, but we've already covered that. Did you ever play any other games competitively apart from like 0 Hour StarCraft 2?
No. Yes, but not. It wasn't like tournaments. It was like you can say kind of. It was Counter Strike. Yeah, but it was more like maybe ladder.
Yeah. Not in like a team or anything, then, no.
Yeah, I had some team, but really it's been like very. I think it's very short time, because when I got this internet, I started because I knew everyone knew Counter Strike, so I was playing Counter Strike maybe for like a couple months, really a few months. So I kind of had just this, like maybe friends team or whatnot. So, and then I remember the 0 Hour. So then once I back to 0 Hour after that.
Okay. Who's your? Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I mean, just replay finished, but I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Just
I actually thought that was going to go longer. It was like 200. It was 250 kilobytes, but it looks like you won it. So I mean,
too many units, man. Maybe that's why. That's what I do, as a tank.
I love stealth as tank. It's one of my favorite things to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any more replays, so we'll have to just sit and look at the scoreboard. I mean, cool. Next question is about teammates. Who's your favorite teammate? If you had to play a 2v2 or 3v3, who'd you like being next to? Or no one?
Yeah. Well, let me think. Well, Size, to be honest, even though I never really played much with him, but it was really nice to play with him, and he, surprisingly, he's quiet, but once it comes to 2-on-2, he would still say, "Oh, let's do this, maybe let's do that before games."
Yeah,
that's really nice, and I really fucked it up last in 2-on-2 tournament with him, and I even told him do no eco, and he said, "Man, I'm not sure. I never used to do no eco, and I don't think it's good. I said, listen, I think it's gonna be really good. Just listen to me and try.
Of
I really think
course,
it's gonna
Fargo
work.
thinks Noiko is going to be good.
Yeah, I said, just go because I remember if it was similar matchup when you play against with Boyka with other guys. So basically, it's Air Force and USA. Sorry, Air Force tank against other Air Force USA. Sorry, your Air Force tank. So it's mirror.
Yeah.
But in that case, I even said we can pick laser because we're gonna do no eco, so we're gonna save Air Force.
Yeah.
So and I see what you've been successful that you do those 2 Humvees push.
Yeah.
And you can unload them, and you can still cause so much damage, and basically you still win. Even it looks kind of bad, but you still manage to win. And the map was kind of close to the tank, so I was really definitely sure it's gonna work. But I think Size did really decently. Again, me fucked it up. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, Size. I think a lot of people probably would say Size, to be honest.
Yeah.
What's your biggest achievement in 0 Hour? And also, do you know how much money you've won from 0 Hour, roughly?
Oh, well, yeah, well, let's say between, it's so hard to say, but let's say around 2K, but really it would be good gas, crazy gas. It might be 1.5, might be like two and something, but you know, if it's bounced, maybe it's between 1.5, maybe 1 even, really hard to tell, really. And yeah, maybe it's double S, it's second place, even though, yeah, I felt like I really underperformed there, but I wasn't ready. Now, when I look at it feels like I wasn't ready. And Sexy did really good. So, but it's still the second place in biggest tournament, so maybe that's the one.
Yeah. Which one was that? That was 2019, was it? World Series 2019.
It could be 2018, or is it 2019? Yeah.
I don't know.
Because,
it's all merged into one.
Yeah, it might be 2018 actually, but not sure, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, next question's about what do you think is more important to show skill level? Do you think it's like Revora stats, Clan Wars stats, how many challenges you win, or tournaments? Which one of those? Because like Scuba, you'll always see him talking about Clan Wars stats, but then he'll typically not perform as well in tournaments, whereas people like XCal will like dominate tournaments. Like, which one do you think is more important?
I mean, Clan Wars, it's nice because you can some people post it on game replays, and plus people always logging in, and always we can see the numbers. So then you would assume it's always like someone is on top, so it means he's the best player. So it makes sense why people think that, but it would be it would be challenges, because you get money straight away, and it means you get used to under the stress and long hours as well. And so many other factors, like I don't know, choosing good matchups, choosing maps, everything. Not like random reverse Clan Wars. It's just too much luck, isn't it? Like random reverse, and yeah, it just must be challenges. Yeah.
Okay. And do you do any preparation before? Let's say you've got some big games like the World Series final or a challenge against Size or whatever. Do you do any preparation? Like, I spoke to Boyka a few times, and like he will always say he just drinks a massive coffee, and he will like, no, what else does he do? I think he was joking, but I don't actually know if he was joking about he eats ghost peppers before a challenge. Is there any preparation you do, however weird or normal it may be?
I think no, not really, except just getting warmed up. Yeah, I really need like at least 1 hour to be honest. So sometimes I don't do that, and it's just terrible. But it feels like once you get to 1 hour, it feels like your fingers, everything is so much quicker. Your hands warm. Yeah, I think it's really important factor to warm up.
Yeah, warm up. Okay, cool. And who is your hardest opponent right now, or like historically? Like, who's your nemesis who like you struggle against, or?
I guess again it's now XCal, even though I was doing really well at the beginning and in mid time, but now XCal been winning the most. And I remember back in 2009, it was as well. XCal was the hardest in Clan Wars, so yeah, it's him.
Yeah. Okay. Are there any upgrades in 0 Hour that you always get right away, or you think are like super important? Maybe secrets that other people don't know.
Yeah, I never really used to buy upgrades, but I think I learned from you as well on streams that some of them are really good. Yeah, some other streams maybe. So yeah, I was surprised. So now I do get some, especially with USA, which I would never used to get. I don't think I would remember the names, but one is like you gain double experience for your units.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So that's the one. Another one I saw Xcal doing on the stream. He gets armor building. I never assumed it. I never really read what it says, but because when you press the Humvee, it doesn't say that you received armor because it doesn't show the picture on the right corner at the bottom, you know. But once you get this armor, it seems like you get double armor. So that's amazing.
You mean the armor upgrade from the strategy center?
Yeah.
But that's only for tanks, isn't it? I thought it's not for Humvees as well, is it? Or is it?
It feels like for everything because for tanks, do tanks have this armor? Does it have a picture at the bottom?
Don't know actually. I need to double check that. That's interesting. If that applies to V's, you've just taught me something there.
Yeah, because I saw Xcal doing it, so he was spamming Humvees as well. So like it makes no sense unless he doesn't know as well. He just it's just armor is good, I guess. But
well, so what I'm going to do is I speak to SkyMix all the time, and he has access to like all the game files, so I can just ask him, and I'm sure he will tell me if it applies to Humvees or not. Or Jundi probably knows as well.
Yeah, I think so. We do know. Yeah, it's good to know because I think that's one of the best upgrades now. You know, imagine the Humvees already weak, we need more stronger.
What I find amazing is like you've played the game for 7 years, I've played it for like 10 years or whatever. Xcal's probably played it for so many years, but we're still learning new things about Zero Hour. Like after all this time, you think you probably know everything, but the truth is you don't. You're still learning.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Like it's so strange. And to be honest, I learned this. Another thing I learned maybe 1 year, 2 years ago, when you go with Aurora and you force fire airfield. I don't know if it's only airfield. Is there any other building? But I think it might be just airfield. It doesn't do this double blow.
Yeah.
Blow up. And I saw Size playing against someone just about 2 weeks ago, a challenge.
Yeah.
So he kept losing Auroras. He wasted about 3-4 Auroras to kill 2 airfields twice. So like he's like maybe he thinks one Aurora gonna be enough, and then nothing. He tries again. Okay, he finished it airfield, but it's 2 Auroras lost. Imagine that. And then he did it again. And then I messaged Size. I said, "You don't know this? I didn't know as well." So I said, "Maybe you had no idea." He said, "Wow, I'm still learning."
Even
so exactly
Size.
Yeah, Size is just
Even
so
Size
funny. Yeah.
Yeah. So for anyone who's watching that, who's listening to this, who doesn't know, because there will be a lot of people watching this that don't know, you have to force fire the side of the airfield. Yeah, you force fire the ground.
Yeah.
And you will let the secondary explosion do the damage because that does the most, and it kills the airfield.
Yeah, that's crazy, you know. Especially you just wait until 4 MiGs landed and then you just attack. Don't attack before that, and it's just auto win.
Okay, next question is about who has the best army. So who in general do you think has the best GLA, USA, and China? Anyone specifically, or all the same person, or? Okay,
so yeah, GLA, I guess Boyka, as most people know. I guess that's what everyone's saying it, so it must be true. Even though it seems like he's been struggling now, USA against GLA, both sides. I've seen that, but still GLA mirror and everything. For China, everyone says Size, so I guess it must be Size as well. For China, I love China mirrors as well, but yeah, I think Size still better.
Yeah.
And USA mirrors. Most people don't like USA mirrors, so it's like Hawk is really good, I think, especially in air mirrors, like especially when he plays with air against any faction. So it could be Hawk, even though no one expects. He's really good. He just doesn't play much or at all. So I would say Hawk. Yeah.
Okay, cool. My next question actually did mention Hawkeye. I was saying, what do you think about the players Hawkeye, Caro? Yeah, well, let's just mention Hawkeye and Caro. Like, if they came back, do you think they'd be in the top 5, top 7, for example?
Hawkeye, yeah, 100%. Yeah, he have everything, you know, the skills, trash talk, and everything. I'm just joking, anyways. But Caro, I think so, yeah, as well. As I said, before maybe I would have said no, but now I changed my mind. So yeah, everyone can come back. Maybe not necessarily be that top 1 like Xcal, but it might be top 1 as well. So why not?
Yeah. Cool. Next question is just a funny random question that I came up with. So do you remember the 2v2 when I think it was me and Google played you and Freestyler? It was it Manic Aggression where you made 2 CCs as GLA?
Yeah.
My question was, why did you make 2 CCs? I think I know, just in case one got captured. That's why I think so. But is that the correct answer?
Yes, it's so funny because at the beginning everyone was so confused. Everyone's like typing game replays. Why is bad? It must be, or is it bad? Is it a strategy? I saw you as well. I think on the Steam, like confused. And after a while, on purposely I never told anyone. I said that's a strategy. That's it. I didn't want to say anyone. I thought maybe someone will keep asking, and I'll say okay, I'll give an answer, and then it just let go. So yeah, I got like 2.5K, and I have a stocks rebel ambush, and once there's Lotus, so if I lose my command center, I'm out of the game, and it's no point to give 2.5K. I said maybe I'll just stay in the game and just use 2K just to get double CC, and I'll just help as much as I could, as much as I can.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just randomly thought of it. That's one of the funny games I thought of that we played against each other, and
yeah, that's a
I got to ask that.
Yeah,
thinking about it now, it probably would have been a pro strat to maybe leave one of them on 99%, so it can't be captured.
Yeah, that's true. That's even better. Yeah, I mean, you can lose Worka though.
Yeah, true.
Even like Excal, but yeah, with Worka it's so unlikely. It's not like Doza, so yeah, but you can still put it in the tunnel, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you think a large part of beating the top players in 0 Hour is more of a mental game than skill, or do you think it's like 50-50, or?
Maybe 70-30 for more important. I would say skills. Mental is really important, but it's not going to be like 50-50 or yeah. So let's say 80-20 actually, because it comes together once you start playing a lot. Your mental, I think mentally you're gonna get stronger. But I would say for 80-20. But it might be actually, it could be sometimes like I know Exgal, he always like struggling and sweating and having those maybe like I don't want to say more, but yeah. So maybe it could be actually opposite. Maybe it could be even worse to play under stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. 80-20.
It could be 50-50, but it could be 50-50. Really, what you said, it could be for sure.
Okay, we kind of covered this before, but like I follow a lot of Counter-Strike. I watch like all the top teams and stuff, and I follow some of the players on like Twitter and stuff, on Instagram, and I see what they're doing. And like, for example, there's a player in Counter-Strike called Cold Zera, like one of the best players to ever touch the game.
Yeah.
And I always see him. He's in the gym. He's eating healthy. He's having protein shakes. He's eating his fruit in the morning. He's on the treadmill for like 3 hours. And I think he's doing that all to like, well, he might just be doing it to keep fit, but I think he's doing it to keep mentally switched on and to improve himself at the game, possibly. So this is just one question I had. Do you think people like being healthy, exercising, eating the right foods and stuff, do you reckon that makes a difference in 0 Hour, or do you think it's too not as competitive as like Counter-Strike to make a difference?
No, yeah, it's a really good point from you. Yeah, 100% I agree. And now maybe I would say if you include this as a mental, as a mental, like mentally to get stronger. So maybe it's really 50-50 if you include exercise, because it does help to make to feel you better, more stamina as well for especially 0 Hour games. 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
StarCraft is just like half an hour, 1 hour. It's best of like best of 5, maximum best of 7. It just takes 1 hour, 2 hours, so it's different.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised, Colzera, you said all about this, because he wasn't. He didn't look like he was in the shape. But maybe it's recent, or maybe he's been doing for a while. I stopped following Counter-Strike for like almost 2 years. So, but it's really important, and then maybe that's one of the reasons I'm a little struggling, because of this COVID and everything. I kind of stopped. Wrestling. Not wrestling. I stopped because I can't do it. And other sports as well, basketball, tennis less, so everything is less. So I think maybe that's another excuse I can make.
So what, you used to do wrestling, yeah?
Yeah.
You still do wrestling apart from the lockdown? You still actively do it?
It's so funny because just a week ago, someone messaged me and we said, "Oh, do you want to join?" I said, "What do you mean? Like everything is banned?" And he said, "Oh, we are doing privately." So I guess privately it's allowed somehow. So yeah, so I was gonna do it. Was it yesterday? Yeah, but I was working. So hopefully next week I'll do it. It's gonna be after maybe 8 months break. So yeah.
So that's just training, yeah? You're not. So in a week's time or whatever, you're not going to be actually fighting someone.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's training, but at the same time, we train, we exercise, whatever, and then we still do kind of matches at the end, just I guess for experience, and for me, it's good for ego as well to see if you can beat other guy.
Okay, that's cool. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, now a few other random questions. So this was actually some interview questions I prepared for Size, but because Size always dodges the interview, he's never free. So some of the questions I actually kept because Size always, I remember he always makes, when he's China versus GLA and he's in a winning position, he will always make nukes as China against like a GLA, whether it be Tox or whatever. Now, my question to you is, do you think it's worth making nukes as China against any GLA, or do you think it's a waste of money?
No, I think it's good, especially one nuke is really important because as China is hard to finish the building. So, but imagine like you have nuke, you can maybe potentially destroy 3 black markets to the ground, whole mode, and then you just finish it off with any other artillery or whatever you have. So one is really good. More than one, maybe it's better to get hackers, but even 2 it could be good, but maybe no more than like Size sometimes he throws makes 4. Maybe just I'm not sure if does he makes it to show off that he's floating. And the biggest joke was like, I think it was 2 weeks ago, he made like 4 nukes and he still had like 15k. Like wow.
Yeah, I know some of the replays you're talking about. He does make like 4 or 5 nukes sometimes, and they're just like,
yeah, like what the hell.
Yeah, like so many times I've seen him winning against Boyka, like on Snowy Drought as one of the Chinas, and then he drops down like 4 nukes, and yeah, it does some good damage, but he ends up losing the game.
Wow.
Like if you spent that 20k on like helixes or a load of MiGs or something, could it have turned out different? But yeah, I suppose it's just one way of looking at it.
I think one is good. You can finish oil as well, like you know, all those other buildings. Yeah, it's good one.
Next question. You did already mention hackers, but do you ever make hackers as any of the Chinas, like particularly tank? Because I always see Spalding in all the chats, all the stream chats, always saying you should never ever make even one hacker as tank. It's just a complete waste of money because it takes like 7 minutes to pay off or whatever. So do you make hackers as any of the Chinas? Do you think it's worth it?
Well, I don't know. 7 minutes, like what? You make one hacker, and it's gonna take 7 minutes for the hacker to pay off. I would be surprised, but I still think it's worth it though. Like if you're ahead, why not? Because like imagine you spamming. You have 3 supplies. You have oil. You have like 10k in the bank. I know you can still make maybe 4th factory, but usually I just maybe stay with 2 or 3 factories, and maybe I get MiGs as well. Not maybe I would get MiGs, and I would always get hackers as well. I think it's good just in case, but of course it kind of makes sense that you get more units, you will overrun the GLA guy. But what if he's like he's bunkering so well, so many stingers, whatever. So I think sometimes it's really still good to make if you're rich. If you're rich, if you're not rich, no.
Yeah, just to clarify on that 7 minutes thing, I might be wrong. I'm sure I've seen Spalding say it before, but I think that's to get, if you fill a internet center, so you've invested 2,500 on the internet center, and then you fill it as tank, I think that whole thing takes 7 minutes to pay for itself. I might be wrong, give or take a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, it's another 2.5k, so it's another, to invest. So you can calculate, you can even count like mines, radar, which you get it. So, but hopefully he doesn't add those.
Okay, next question. Do you think it's important to vary your build orders, especially when you're playing similar matchups against the same opponent, or do you think it's all right just to do the same thing like over and over again?
Yeah, it's good. It's good to vary the builds. Yeah, I don't do that much different build orders. I try sometimes, but yeah, it's really good and it's recommended. And because you feel like it's more dangerous to do that because you're not used to something and you think maybe it's more like high risk. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm afraid. But I guess it would be good just to practice, kind of maybe secretly against someone. So yeah.
Okay. So 0 Hour this year, I think, is 17, approaching 18 years old, I think. And right now, I think the game's quite active, I would say. Maybe, I don't know if you feel the same or not, but there's a lot of money in it. We're getting a lot of viewers on streams and views on videos and people turning it for tournaments and stuff like that. Do you think how do you see the activity right now? And do you think, well, when will it die? When's 0 Hour going to die? If it's more popular now than a few years ago, when is 0 Hour's time up?
Yeah, that's a good question. It seems like, as long as we're gonna have, it must be sponsors, and to be honest, your work as well, like how much challenges you're making, and the stream as well. It seems like so many people coming just from your stream. So it's just so many things, and Acabalone, Lucifer, and even smaller guys as well. Who is donating so much. So, but so many reasons. But really, from your Steam as well, because if still you can get the sponsors, but if no new players coming, it's less viewers and everything. So maybe sponsor will not get motivated as well. So it's just amazing, yeah, how the 0 hour getting back to the kind of old days. Of course, it's less maybe old pros, more like maybe semis, high semis, but those high semis might become soon pros, like Yemi was supposed to get, it seemed like he was getting really good, but I guess not. What happened?
Yeah. That I just thought of another random question. So you said like the level now is getting back up to how it was. If you took, like, I think around 2006, 2007, is that when 0 hour was at its peak? Like when Clan Wars was at its peak? Do you think?
I mean, maybe what I meant more like it's becoming like closer to the active levels. Of course, it's not going to be as close, maybe, because of the Clan Wars. I think I remember used to be always 200 plus, more or less.
Yeah.
But for skill-wise, for sure, it's much more skilled now than compared to old days. Because I remember old days, I was not using hotkeys and everything, and still I was like really not really good at multitasking, and I still was one of the top players. So now is the level is much higher. Yeah,
that's what I was going to ask, actually. Do you think the level's higher now? I personally think it is.
Yeah, I think so too, really, because like people figured out so many new things, and those are drops. Back then there was nothing like those are drops to be unsafe, and it's just so many different things, and it seems like people become more efficient in long games. Yeah, really, everyone is so good in long games, especially Boyka with GLA. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, and other guys. Yeah, too.
Okay, and to anyone that's thinking of getting a game, because now this tournament that I'm hosting, we're supposed to going to have 120 players or whatever. A few people messaged me saying, I'm thinking of getting a game or whatever. Do you recommend
That's crazy, yeah.
What do you say to anyone that's like considering either reinstalling the game, maybe they're a retired pro, or installing the game for the first time? Do you recommend it?
Yeah, for sure, because you don't need that much time to get good in it, especially if you have experience. Like really, like if you play like StarCraft or any other, like it doesn't have to be big game like StarCraft. Once you have this experience, it feels like it just is gonna be so quick. Really, like if you play StarCraft, you would understand how much time you would have to put to get better, because it's just too many things to do. In 0 hour, it's not too much. So just please, guys, don't think too much. Try it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But if you like it, you might, it might be your game.
Yeah. Good advice. Okay, last couple of questions before we go on to the quick fire round. Is there anything you hate about 0 hour? Maybe like how addictive it is, the imbalances, the drama within the community sometimes. Anything you hate about it or don't like?
The most I guess it's the lag, to be honest. Really, it feels like I think most people say it. I don't know if it's true, but yeah, you play worse, much worse under the lag. So yeah, it must be. That's so annoying. The servers. I know it's a distant thing as well, but it must be the servers as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I always hear Xcal saying, like, from StarCraft, you can play on a much worse connection. Like, he used to play on Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And his connection was a little bit worse, and he was never have any lag. But now he came to 0 hour, and it was lagging straight away, and he had to switch, like, a cable and stuff, so...
Okay. But just to add to this, like, StarCraft as well, like, if you play from Europe to, let's say, Korea or America, it's gonna have this... I don't know if it's made on purpose. I don't think it's on purpose, because you're gonna feel the lag as well. In America, you're gonna feel less. In Korea, you're gonna feel worse. So it's still the distant things of a lot, but the servers, can be much better for sure.
Yeah. If there was ever a LAN organized, let's say it was in the UK, or if it was in one of the nearby countries, like, I don't know, France, Netherlands, something like that, would you consider going, and do you think it would be good to meet the players?
Yeah, it would be nice to see, how people, how you communicate with people, how other people, like how fast we are. It's just, for me, it's interesting to see, how people play. Yeah, it would be really good. Yeah.
Cool. And last question of the interview questions: how much do you care about a 0 hour remaster happening? Would you love that? And if that came out, would you instantly switch to that?
Well, I think it was time when I really cared, more like maybe for not necessarily master, because I not necessarily heard too much about the master, but maybe in general too, but it never happened. So once you keep waiting for a couple of years, I think you just give up. So I just really gave up. But yeah, I would play again to try for sure.
Yeah.
Especially if it's remaster, it's still the same game, just different graphics.
Because I think like EA Games are going through the games now. I think remastering. So they've done the first C&C, and there's talk of them doing the next one, which I don't know if it'd be Tiberian Sun or something like that.
Okay.
It's not confirmed. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I just wonder why it takes them so long to, I don't know, to just update graphics. If I'm right, like StarCraft, we done it in like I think 6 months or more, but it's like way more complicated game.
Yeah.
I think, but maybe it's not. I'm not sure, but it feels like it's just too long. How long we took? Like 1.5 years for this Command & Conquer to upgrade. So yeah, it just feels too long.
I'll tell you one random thing as well. So obviously you'll know this. When you use XCC Mixer to remap all your hotkeys.
Yeah.
So in that list you've got obviously like Dragon Tank, USA Humvee, and all that stuff.
Yes.
Have you ever looked through that list and looked at the stuff that you don't recognize?
I mean, kind of like you can see it. I'm not sure if that's what you mean, but like you can see some names, but there's no hotkeys assigned, so you cannot really put any hotkey on it. But I don't know, maybe you mean something else.
I mean, like I tried to change my hotkeys, similar how you did. That's how you said before, but I changed it back after I didn't like it. But when I was doing it, I had a look through the list, and there was like weird kinds of units. There was a seismic tank. There was a Starlifter unit. There was like all these kind of units that I've never even heard of before. And I'm like, were these considered to be going in the game, or maybe they were added and then removed? It's like, I wondered if you'd seen that or not.
Okay, so I guess maybe I kind of missed it, because once I see that it doesn't have this kind of symbol where you can change hotkeys. You kind of automatically kind of ignore that. So you just scroll down to see where you can change, which hotkeys you can change, and there's a middle part, like huge middle part, where you cannot really change any hotkeys. So I guess I just scroll down. I did not see. I see maybe few really, but not many. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. Next time you're in there changing hotkeys, to anyone listening, I recommend just have a look through that list. There's some mental stuff that you've never even heard of before, like a seismic tank. Like I don't even know what faction that would be.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Interesting.
Okay, cool. That's the end of the interview questions. I've got a quick fire round for you. So these questions, there's like, how many is there? There's 14 questions, but the trick here is you have to answer within like 5 to 10 seconds as fast as you can. Yeah. All right. So some of them are, most of them are easy, I would say.
Hopefully, yeah.
All right. Prime Rage versus Prime Excal.
Excal.
All right. Lagoon or Gorge Drought?
Gorge Drought.
Prime Fargo versus Prime Logica.
Oh man, I'm stuck now.
You got 5 seconds.
Let's say Logica.
Okay. If you just said Fargo, I'm sure there would have been drama on the forums. Inf or Stealth?
Inf.
Best team. Well, sorry, not the best team player. I'm saying the better team player between these two. Google or Crazy?
Of course, must be Crazy.
Inflotus or Demo Jarman?
Jarmal, yeah, for sure.
Level 3 Tox Ambush or level 3 Bounty?
Tox Ambush, yeah.
Tank or Air?
Air.
And OOE clan or Big Clan?
OOE, let's say.
What about Mad Clan or Mental
Clan? Mad.
Mad Clan. Nuke Mix or Alpha Auroras?
Nuke Mix.
Stealth or Tank?
Stealth.
Fargo or Boyka?
Well, oh my days. Let's say Boyka, just to make him happy.
Okay, final question. Would you sell your 0-hour skills so you'd become a noob level forever for the rest of your life, no matter how much you trained, for £5,000?
Oh wow, that's not too much, is it? I thought you're gonna say more. Or at least you're not gonna say the amount. So
Do
no.
so what you're saying is you value your 0 hour skills more than £5,000.
Yeah, it's stupid actually. That's you good. Unless maybe if there would be another rule that I would forget about 0 hour, because I would not want to put another time if just in case. Imagine if you're addicted to 0 hour and you still have to put that much time again. So it's way more than £5,000.
I think if I went to noob level, I'd have to just force myself to quit the game, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It's really. But imagine if you get addicted and then like you never learn and you keep playing. Oh my lord! So you waste and waste and waste.
All right, cool. That's the end of all the questions. Is there anything else you'd like to tell any of the viewers or anything? I've got a quiz for you as well. So it's not quite the end, but is there anything you'd like to say to anyone in terms of reaching expert level, or anything you'd like to say to any player or viewer in particular, or anything you want to say?
Yeah, thanks everyone really for the support, for watching, and for the streamers, for the sponsors, and for someone like Heps is really a good guy. He gets a little hate, but
Yeah.
I think most people, I don't know from I'm not sure why even he gets hates. I'm always surprised. Like when someone is nice, how can you not like him? But maybe because others being not too nice to others, so he's trying to protect others, like giving kind of karma back. So maybe that's why we don't like it. So Heps is a really cool guy. So yeah, shout out to him. That's someone would I have to mention. Yeah, and Eka Balone as well. I have to, and you as well, Domi. I must tell you, you're doing an amazing job.
I think it's the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Fargo. This is what I told people. I said Fargo might be the easy guy on on games, but I have a feeling when you speak to him in real life, he'll be quite nice. And there we have it.
Cool.
All right, listen, I've got a quiz for you. Some of them are relatively straightforward, and some of them are mentally hard, but they're designed to be hard because if you get them right, you get an insane amount of points.
Okay.
So I don't know, anyone watching this as well, I'll go through the answers at the end. So anyone who's watching this and wants to do the quiz at the same time, feel free to write down the answers and see what score you would have got.
Nice.
All right. So how good is your 0 knowledge? Would you say it's pretty good?
Not good enough, I would say.
All right, then. Number 1, tell me how much is a Tomahawk missile cost for Air Force General?
Oh my lord, 1,200. I guess no, but yeah.
All right, Fargo said 1,200. I'll come to the answers in the end, just in case anyone else has to mark it.
Can I edit though? Let's make 1-3.
You want to make it 1-3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You can edit it. Yeah, you can edit it. How much do 3 Patriot missiles cost for USA Vanilla?
Patriot missile, like the defense building.
Yeah.
Must be 1,000.
But you're building 3 of them.
Okay, so 3,000.
Okay. How much does the supply drop zone drop off for USA without any upgrades?
Wow. Let's say 2,200. Really wild guess.
Okay. What 2 things does the supply lines upgrade do? So you know the upgrade that you get on this. Well, actually, I won't tell you that. Well, what does the supply lines upgrade do exactly? It does 2 things. Do you know the 2 things it does?
Okay, I guess what I know, like you get more money from the supply drop zones, and the Chinook collects more money as well. That's all I know.
Okay, actually, yeah, there's 3 things. I've actually missed that. There's actually a 3rd thing that it does. Do you know what else it does?
Wow. What else can it do? No, I guess no. Wow.
Okay.
Interesting.
So you said more money from Chinooks and drop zone. Okay. Okay, how long does it take? This is a hard one. How long does it take a black market to pay for itself? I mean, I'll give you plus or minus 20 seconds.
Okay, 2.5, let's say.
Okay. And how much does a tank hacker cost?
625, maybe. I don't know why I remember this kind of exact figure, but let's say
For tank, yeah.
yeah.
How much percentage faster do hackers promote themselves inside of the internet center? Again, I'll give you plus or minus 5%.
Okay, so let's say how much faster? Let's say 5 seconds faster.
No, it's in terms of percentage. How like, is it 100% quicker, 50% quicker?
Okay, so still 5% then.
5% quicker, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, how many demo traps with the demo general does it take to kill a USA supply?
3. At least one I'm right.
I think I've seen you do that a few times, actually.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, what about Black Lotus? How much does Black Lotus cost for tank?
Wow. So 1,600?
Okay, and chain gun upgrade takes 45 seconds to research, but how many GATs could you have produced in that same amount of time? So basically, how many GATs are you sacrificing to get that upgrade?
Yeah. Let's say 3.
Okay, I'll give you plus or minus 1 GAT for that one.
Oh, that's more than enough then. It should be.
How long this is a mental question. This is super hard. This is like ultra mode, but for this question you're going to get 500 points. All the rest of them were 100 points so far.
Wow.
Okay, so are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
How long does it take one ranger for USA to kill a China CC without capturing it? So this is just with a machine gun.
Okay.
I'll give you plus or minus 2 minutes.
Wow. Well, that's already cheating. You told me 2 minutes. I was gonna say maybe 10 minutes, but now I would have to say maybe 15.
15 minutes, yeah?
Yeah. Hopefully he can do it. Maybe the repair itself, it's faster. It's good that the building doesn't repair while you're shooting at. Otherwise, it's gonna not kill it.
Yeah, that's why we had to do a China CC, because I tried it with the USA one and it kept repairing.
Wow, really? That's so funny.
Okay, last question. This is also worth 500 points. Can you tell me? You have to tell me 3 things here. So, this is super hard. This is tell me the hotkey, the cost, and the benefit of the Anthrax Gamma upgrade. You're not going to know the hotkey, are you? Because you probably changed it.
Yeah. Let's say M. It's a wild guess.
Yeah.
What else you asked?
What is the cost of it? The Anthrax Gamma upgrade.
2.5K, maybe 2K. But wait, let me think. Is it 2K or 2.5? Let's say 2K. And what's the third one?
What benefit does it give? Well, I won't tell you. I won't test you on all of things because it does loads of other random things. But what does it give?
Really? Wow.
What's the benefit to Tox units?
Let's say I thought it's half, but someone told me maybe it's 33. Let's say 33%. You get more damage for your units, like rebels and like RPGs.
Okay. All right, cool. Right, that's the end of the questions. Let's go through the answers.
Okay, nice one.
Right, Tomahawk missile for Air Force. You said 1,300.
Yeah, is it more?
No, it's actually right. You're bang on 1,300.
Wow, lucky me.
Right, so you got 100 points. 3 Patriot missiles for USA Vanilla. You said 3,000. You think you're right?
I might be. I think so.
You are correct. Yeah, 1,000 each.
Okay.
I think the reason probably you're unsure is because we probably never make them. You never make them as vanilla.
I do make some very occasionally, so yeah.
Okay, supply lines upgrade. Sorry, no, not supply lines upgrade. Supply drop zone. How much does it drop off without any upgrades? You said 2,200. Do you think that's right?
Let's say yes.
Okay, it's actually wrong. It gives you less than you think, actually. It gives you only 1,500.
Really? Wow.
Only gives you
I thought
1,500.
it's really more. That's good to know. Wow. How much it gives with the upgrade?
Well, that's the next question. So I said what 2 things that... I always mess these questions up. I said what 2 things does the supply lines upgrade do, but because you pointed out the Chinooks, it actually does 3 things. So I said what 3 things does the supply lines upgrade do? Chinooks drop off more money. It's actually 10% more money, isn't it? It just makes money out of thin air.
Okay. Wow.
You said more money on the supply drop zone. The answer is $150 it adds on, so it doesn't even add that much, really.
Yeah, it's not that much.
Still $16.50, so it needs to drop off twice to more than pay for itself.
Yeah.
But then the other thing it does that a lot of people don't realize, it gives 10% on oils as well. So your oil won't just collect $200 anymore; it'll collect $220.
Oh wow. Okay.
Mad, yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, crazy.
So yeah, I mean, you got two of them right. So I mean, maybe we should give you 66 points or something. I think we should. All right.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay, how long does it take for a black market to pay for itself? You said 2.5 minutes. You reckon it's right?
No, I can't say it. I cannot say it. No idea, man.
I think I gave you plus or minus 20 seconds, but even with that, you would have still been wrong. It actually takes, well, according to my calculations, bearing in mind I haven't messed this up, I don't think I have, it makes 600 per minute. So it takes 4 minutes and 10 seconds to pay for itself.
Okay, so you see, 4 minutes, and the hacker takes 6 minutes something. So I don't see a huge difference, isn't it? Like it's just 2 minutes, so it's about 25% difference, like maybe 30%. So
yeah,
I don't see that much, but yeah.
How much does a tank hacker cost? You said 625. Are you confident with that answer?
Yeah, it might be 650, might be 675, maybe not too confident.
It's actually even more. It's 780 for tank.
Wow. Okay. Oh wow.
So expensive. So maybe you don't want to make hackers as tank anymore.
Yeah. It's okay. It's worth it.
Okay, so next question I asked you, how much percentage faster do hackers promote themselves in the internet center as compared to just out on the ground normally? You said 5%. You reckon you're right?
No.
It's actually, well, again, according to what I've researched, 13% faster inside of the internet center.
Okay, that's good to know. That's much, really. That's 13. A big difference.
Next question. You're pretty confident in getting this one. How many demo traps does it take with Demo General to kill a USA supply?
Yeah, 3.
You said 3. Yeah, correct. Next question. How much does Black Lotus cost for tank? You said 1,600. Reckon it's right?
Yeah. Let's say no.
You're a little bit off. You think all the tank units are cheaper. It's actually 1,875 for tank.
Oh my lord. Yeah, I'm thinking just normal China. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Normal China's like 1,500, so yeah, you would have been closer.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, chain gun. It takes 45 seconds to upgrade. But how many GATs could you have produced in that time? So how many have you sacrificed? You said 3.
Yeah, might be 4 to be honest. Yeah, but yeah, I'll stay with 3.
It's actually 4.5. It is.
Okay.
So
wow. I still lose.
You still lose. I gave you plus or minus 1 gap, but you still wrong.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
And then the next question. This is the mental question. How long does it take one ranger to kill a China CC without capturing it? So he's just shooting it with a machine gun. Yeah. You said 15 minutes. And I said plus or minus 2 minutes.
It should be good, man.
It's actually 11 minutes and 6 seconds.
Oh,
so it can do more damage than you think.
Machine gun, doing good its job.
And now the last question, but you know what? I've got myself doubting myself on this question. I said, what's the hotkey for Anthrax Gamma? Well, it's in 3 parts. What's the hotkey? What's the cost? And what's the benefit? Now, I know the hotkey. You said M.
Yeah.
You reckon it's right?
Why not? Sure.
It's not M. It's X.
Really? Wow.
X.
It's not too bad, X, to be honest.
The damage... Oh, sorry. Well, I didn't say the damage was part of the question. I said, what was the benefit of the Anthrax Gamma upgrade? You said 33% more damage for Tox units, so like the tunnel and stuff.
Yeah.
It's actually 25%.
Okay, wow. First I heard on streamers always half, and then I heard that the 3%, now it's 25. Now soon someone in the future will say it's actually 10%.
Well, actually, the 25%, I think that's what it says when you hover your cursor over it. It does say 25%, I think. But actually, you might be right. Maybe it's one of them things where they've changed it after they've done that part. And maybe it does more.
Yeah, the game's so strange sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Just give me some points, man.
And the other one was the cost of the Anthrax Gamma upgrade. But this is the one I'm confused about. Because you said... What did you say? You said 2005?
2K, yeah.
You said 2K. I've got written down 2.5K. But to be honest, I thought it was 1,500. Might have to double check that. I thought it was 1,500. So either way, we're both wrong.
Wow.
So
Yeah, might be, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I can't give you that one. So it looks like you got four answers, at least partially or all correct. So you got something like 300, 366 points. So Boyka actually did better, but it was completely different questions. Maybe his was slightly easier for him or whatever, but Boyka got 1,100.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah, cool. That's it. That's all I had. Is there anything else you want to add or anything you want to say?
No. I think I mentioned earlier. I didn't know when to say it. So once again, thanks for everyone for the support. Not necessarily to me, but for 0 Hour and for everything you guys doing. For the admins, they doing everything for free. So I think they doing as well amazing job. So admins, sponsors, and streamers like yourself. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, massive shout out to the sponsors. So everyone doesn't know, we've got people like AK Baloney, Lucifer Arise, Hepsi. There's loads of people probably I'm not even mentioning, but MP3 is one of them. But they're all piling money into 0 Hour and keeping it alive. So massive shout out to all of them.
For sure.
All right, cool. Right, I'm going to wrap this interview up then. I'm going to send this to, I think it's Lakeys, who is sorting out your promotion, and then they'll do like a portal post or something. So yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for all the time you put in, all the questions making. It's nice of you. And yeah, thanks again, guys, everyone.
Cool. All right, no worries, Fargo. See you later, man.
Okay, take care, man.
Take care.
Peace.
Bye.